Okay, so this is going to be the third video in our series to help you prepare for your quiz on Friday. So let me start with um, the sixth problem. The sixth problem says I have a line that passes through the point negative 5, 3. It is parallel, oh no, I'm sorry, it's perpendicular. Perpendicular to the line, and we'll just put the equation y equals 5x minus 15. And the question is, can you find the equation of this line that passes through that point and is perpendicular to this line? So, in order to find the equation of a line, we need a point and a slope. This right here, this equation, gives us a slope of 5. However, this word perpendicular should mean something to you. This word perpendicular should mean opposite reciprocals. The slopes are opposite reciprocals. So if this is the slope of that line that I give you, then the slope that we need to use, the opposite reciprocal slope, has an opposite sign, and it's the reciprocal of 5. The reciprocal of 5 is 1/5. So we are going to use this point and this slope to find the equation of the line that passes through this point and is perpendicular to that line. So we use the point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We take y minus, now this is x1 and this is y1, so y minus 3 equals negative 1/5 x minus negative 5. So a couple of things. First, we have a plus plus here, and now we must distribute the negative 1/5. So when you do that, the left side stays the same. The right side becomes negative 1/5 x, and negative 1/5 times positive 5 is going to be a negative, and what happens is the 5 goes to the top. 5 times 1 is 5, okay? The bottom stays the same, it's a 5, but then these will cancel. This will reduce to just the number 1. Okay, so you're lucky here, the fraction goes away. And then we add 3 to both sides. And finally, in slope-intercept form, we get y equals negative 1/5 x plus 2. And there is the equation of the line that passes through this point and is perpendicular to the line. Okay, notice opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay, and then one more problem from the quiz. We'll look at this problem. It's on page, it was one of your homework problems. It's on page 97, and it's problem number 61. Okay, it had to do with this bookstore. Okay, so the information it gave you in 1990, the bookstore had sales of $7.4 billion. And in 1997, the bookstore had sales of, I think it's 11.8 billion. So the question is, find a linear model or find a linear equation that represents this. And we're going to let x equals 0 represent 1990. And then I want you to predict the sales in 2012. Okay, so here's the problem. So from the two first, there'll be sentences, but from the two lines of work here, we should be able to come up with the points. Those points are 1990. Remember, x is always time. So 1990, 7.4, and we'll label it in billions. We won't put like 7.4 billion, like we won't write it out. And then the other one is 1997, 11.8. But we're not going to use these points exactly because of this sentence right here. X equals 0 represents 1990. So we're going to transform these points to some smaller numbers. 1990, okay, is represented by an x coordinate of 0. So we're going to change this point to 0, 7.4. And then that would mean that 1997 is 7 away from 1990. So that means that the x coordinate would be 7 and 11.8. So here are the 2 points we're going to use in the slope formula. Okay, so we'll do the slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is, we'll do 11.8 minus 7.4 over 7 minus 0. Okay, and with my calculator, I get that 11.8 minus 7.4 is 4.4 over, and 7 minus 0 is 7. And I'll divide that, and it's okay to do decimals here because it's just a word problem. And we'll do 0. And I got 6.3. So what this really means, this means $0.63 billion per year. That's what that means. But again, that's not really important. What's important is the number, 0.63. So now I'm going to scroll down. We're going to take one of those points and the slope, and we're going to find the equation in point-slope form. So let's take this point right here, 0, 7.4, and the slope of 0.63. Point-slope for y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus 7.4 equals your slope of 0.63 times x minus 0. And how nice is this? What is x minus 0? X minus 0 is just x. So there is no distribution to do. It's just y minus 7.4 equals 0.63x. And we add 7.4 to both sides. Y equals, these do not combine because the 7.4 has no x. 0.63x plus 7.4. And there's our linear equation. So now we just have one more part, the predicting the sales in 2012. Well, 2012, what is the x value that corresponds? Well, it has to be from 1990 because 1990 is 0. So if you subtract 1990 from 2012, you will get 22. So we're looking for, when x is 22, what is going to be the sales? So we just plug 22 into our equation. So we get y equals 0.63 times 22 plus 7.4. And we do this in the calculator. Okay. So we get 0.63 times 22 plus 7.4. And I got 21.26. So I'll even round 21.26. I'll even say 21.3. So we're going to say 21.3, and this is sales, billion in sales. Okay? And there is a word problem where you have to find 2 points, find the equation of the line, and then predict something about the future. So make sure you can do this one good. So hopefully you've watched all 3 videos and you're now prepared for your quiz on Friday. See you then. Thanks. Bye.